What's going on, everyone?
Welcome back to Clear the Haze.
Yeah.
Oh, what is that? What was that?
It's Paul Christopher. I'm back on Clear the Haze.
Paul Christopher sighing his way
back.
You guys ever go to
life.
yoga? You ever hear those people? I mean, it's great. I used to
Are you a
always do it in
yogi?
college.
Are you a yogi?
I am a yogi.
Oh, nice.
I am a yogi.
Nice.
But
I
it is
appreciate
so
yoga.
nice. But in class, they used to always say, and you just give that HA the
Oh wow, that was actually very liberating.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this, and then I did it, and it was
sometimes
really
it's
nice.
an HM.
No, I did something else. I went into like a tunnel.
You might actually want to even try.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a flutter of the lips. Yeah,
that's good. I like that. Paul
it's
Christopher,
just
everybody.
how you
Yeah.
feel,
Paul, how are you, man?
I'm doing very good.
You're
thank
back
you.
in LA, which is great.
I know, right?
I am back.
We're glad to
I am
have you
happy
back.
I'm happy to be here.
We're so excited to
Nice.
to know that one of our good friends is able to be on our podcast.
I know,
Thank
right?
you so much.
It's
I
so
know.
exciting.
Yeah.
Thank you both.
You
Yeah.
just finished an exhibition.
I did. I just
Yeah.
I just wrapped with the Dreams La
I think it was
Land.
La La Land experience,
Yeah.
or it was either La La Land or LA
Dreams
Land.
or LA
Land
experience. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But
Dreams at LA Land.
if you guys
Yeah.
don't know what we're talking about and you want to know what we're talking about, go check out our episode 00. It's our soft opening where we
Absolutely.
interview all the artists from this exhibition.
And if you're an OG of the show and you've been rocking with us since day one, we appreciate you.
Yeah,
first
we
and
appreciate
foremost.
you.
And you know exactly who we're working
Well,
with.
You get
right now.
2 hand claps.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Excuse me. If we're doing that right now, guys, I also am going to drop my Instagram.
Yeah.
my current website is under development.
Okay.
Is that
but
what the name? So I search under development and you'll come up, Paul Christopher.
It's the Instagram handle is the @ symbol, and then Paul Christopher PAULCHRISTOPH, and now it's the number 3R. Not the
Paul
letter
Christopher
A.
is one ballsy motherfucker.
Edgy.
He comes on and he goes, I haven't even said anything yet. I'm just gonna plug myself already. He goes, Paul Christopher, go and follow him right now.
Right
he is
now.
a dope dude, lots of confidence, has an amazing story, and we're gonna be hearing it all throughout this podcast. You guys are going to experience something very interesting. We're going to take you guys through a journey. You guys are going to learn some things. You guys are going to be able to think about new ideas, and you guys are going to get to know Paul, which is going to be really, really exciting for all of us.
Yep.
Today, unfortunately, I woke up this morning with an alert, and I was very shocked by what the alert said, and I thought you guys might be interested. I'm sure you guys have heard. If you haven't, a black student at Yale was napping in a common area and someone called the police.
I heard about that, man.
Isn't that insane?
I heard.
That's ridiculous.
It
She
is.
goes to the school and someone's like, why are you sleeping here? You know what? You don't belong. It's like, what? How is that your rational thought?
You know what?
Wait.
The person that walked past and was like, why is she sleeping in the common area?
Exactly.
I guarantee that person has C's.
Yeah.
And below.
Wait, what was that's the whole article? Because did you that this sounds like that Starbucks thing. I'm sorry.
No.
But
And it is. I'm glad you bring that up because I wanted to bring attention to the fact.
I don't pay attention to a lot of the news. So
No, it's
you
all
have
good,
to-
man.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
I'm here to let you know what's going on. That's why
Thank
we
you.
love doing this show, because we get to inform other people.
That
So
shit is crazy.
it's crazy. Right now, I have six titles and headlines that are basically talking about black people being accused of something that they're not doing. They're simply just living life. They're just standing around, and you're saying, oh, that person might be dangerous. It's like, no, look inward.
I gotta sit here and have a sip of water. Oh wait, am I doing something wrong, officer? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man.
It is so ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. And honestly, the officers sometimes are to blame. You see so many headlines where it's like cop kills person. You watch the video, which you have access to, and you see that they were doing nothing.
Yeah.
That's the shocking part.
I know. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I do keep up with the news. Like, once I hear it, I look it up. But it's even when I look it up, it's just so depressing. I get so upset when I see like the world that we live in.
It is, and I can't even. We don't have time nor the energy to get into that. We'll save that topic for a whole nother.
But I just wanted to bring it to everybody's attention.
Obviously, because, I can go in on that,
bro.
Shit.
Yeah, I think that's a conversation we need to have later. For sure.
And I mean, I guess for me, what do I do to just like shield my armor is my art.
Yeah,
like
and I try to allow my art to be an equalizer with people. It's like. It's a way to show any person, because I make friends with everybody, and any person that I become friends with, regardless of what you look like and what your job is or your social status or your religion or whatever, you're invited to come see my art. Like I have people like in my studio, and it's like, I share, but I don't share too much.
Yeah, you want to keep it mysterious. You want people to look in, but then at the same time, it's I don't want you to know everything about me.
Well, but it's all, I mean, it's a way to also.
Do you have secrets, Paul?
Of course I have some secrets.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't have secrets, right?
Yeah.
It always makes me wonder.
We all have secrets. We all have skeletons. We all have baggage. It's how do you manage it all.
I have baggage.
We're all crazy. We're all full of shit. Like
everybody's showing some appearance that isn't real.
Just sides of us. I have
and life is interesting right now. And speaking about things that everybody goes through, what's trending right now, guys? Do you guys what's been going on? What's trending in the world? Anything interesting? Any headlines? Anything you guys wanna? Did you see anything exciting and you were like, that seems interesting? Because what I saw, and this one's kind of a shocker, they canceled Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I'm so mad.
Yeah, man.
I'm so mad. I'm such a huge fan of that show, and they say that it's going to come back onto some other network. Hulu already said no. Netflix already said no. And I'm like, what? HBO's not going to pick up Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
No one. First of all, those budgets are huge.
Yeah, they are.
The cast, Terry Crews, he's getting buckets. And then you have Andy Samberg, he's getting buckets. And then you have everyone else who you kind of know, but not quite. They're also getting buckets. But you know what? I think it comes down to the fact that Chelsea Peretti's like, I mean, I don't really need this anymore.
Chelsea Peretti don't need to do shit. She is married to Jordan Peele, and they are literally the loveliest couple.
Yeah.
And Jordan Peele's new movie, Us, is coming out.
It is.
And I think that's very
gonna
interesting.
Be dope. And obviously everyone is going to flock to it, but, we'll see. We'll see.
For any of the fans of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, this one goes out to you. Nine-Nine!
Nine-Nine.
Well... What else?
I just found it.
What?
Sorry, I got
Paul comes in perfect timing. He's like, we're like,
sorry,
what?
no,
he's like, let me get you guys right here. I got you.
My friends say that to me all the time. They're like, Paul, you listen to us? They go, yeah, I am, but I'm also doing a couple other things, so apologize, but may have missed a few things. I did hear what you guys were talking about, Brooklyn Nine-Nine stuff, whatever.
Of course.
I don't really watch much TV. But my Uber driver, I become friends with my Uber drivers.
Yes.
Okay.
Not, sometimes maybe not, but I've had some really amazing ones. As you know, Charlene, I love
Charlene
her.
was really cool. I got to meet her.
She is so great.
Yeah.
Did you meet Charlene?
No. He didn't get a chance.
Unfortunately,
I love her.
Yeah, she's really cool. She's got a great personality.
I've heard lots of lovely things, though.
She's amazing.
She's really awesome.
But today I had an Uber driver, and he was telling me about Picasso series on National Geographic. I love Picasso, and I was just showing you. I pulled it up, Luigi. You have to go check out the Picasso series. I started to watch this a little bit today, but it's on National Geographic, and there's, I think, 6 episodes. But he isn't such a fascinating artist.
Wow. I definitely love Picasso. I think he's just one of the more interesting ones. I'm not going to go and watch somebody who I have no idea about. It's like, I want to see someone I know,
So you want to see me? You want to see me continue to grow?
Yeah, of course.
Invest in living artists. I completely support that. I hope everybody supports that.
Yeah, there's a lot of artists. There's a lot of starving artists out in the world.
Yeah, and art doesn't have to gain the fact that someone can't produce anymore is only one element of value. There's so many other factors to valuing art that can apply to a living artist's work just as much as a dead artist's work, minus that one little piece, which is you can't get a new original work from that artist anymore.
Yo, so you're binging that Picasso? Would you say you're binging that Picasso?
Well, not yet. I mean,
but
I'm traveling right now, so it's like it's hard.
Would you say that's your current show? Like, is that the show you're currently watching?
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. I'm gonna have to check that out. Picasso. What are you binging right now, Willie?
I'm only binging Unreal right now.
Okay, wait. Did you guys? I'm sorry, I talked.
No, you got it. What's up?
What's up?
Did you ever see Imposters?
Imposters.
What's that?
It's on. You really? I know a lot of people haven't seen it. I don't know if it's gonna come back. It was on Netflix. I thought it was really entertaining.
Really?
It's funny, but it's also, I mean, that is, it's kind of scary. So
really?
It's a little.
Yeah, please
maybe
explain.
some of it is a little far fetched. I mean, it's like about like somebody using, creating different identities. But like one day I have an accident. I'm like,
oh wow.
I don't want to give it away. You should probably just watch it.
Is it like
Listen
mental
to it.
health?
It's called Imposters. What do you think an
have
imposter
schizophrenia?
is? Huh?
No, I just think of a person who becomes like an identity thief. That's what I think.
Yeah, exactly.
That's interesting.
So you should. I think it may spark some good food for thought for reality because it could happen.
Most definitely.
Scary.
I mean, that sounds like a good show. I might have to binge that next.
I like it. It's definitely entertaining. I don't watch a lot of TV. Music, I always have music on.
Yeah?
I love music.
You like music?
Love music.
Do you like Ariana Grande?
I like Ariana. I saw Ariana
She's single
Grande
now,
the other
so,
day.
Hit me up, Ariana. She's like, no, I don't know who you are. She's like, well, come on the podcast at least, get to know it.
Luigi? Like Mario's brother?
And I'd be like, Ariana, shut up, you're a cat. She'd be like, all right. Nah, she's cool. She seems like a dope person. My friend Tony works with her, and he says she was really nice. So.
Oh, really?
I believe it. She doesn't look like the type of person who would be mean for no reason.
I don't pay attention to the tabloids and all of. You don't know what happens behind the scenes, and like they're trying to, destroy images because they know people love drama. And
No, that's the truth. I mean,
I just don't pay attention. I'm like, if I like the music, because you can't. You get married to it. Like it's hard. But
once you get hooked on a story, you almost just want to follow it, and you're like, oh my god. Like that's why so many people care about Kylie Jenner and everything about her. It's like people literally stalk her every day, looking at her Instagram, every day looking at her Snapchat, and she loves it. It's weird.
Well, nothing's going on in middle of America, and that's like 90% of our country.
That's very true. I mean, we experience LA, and this is one of the hubs for creativity. Like everywhere, I've been to so many places in the United States, and this is very, very creative. Like New York is a different atmosphere. It's more like Wall Street. You get the vibe.
New York is very business.
Like business as fuck. But here
Super
it's like
business.
very creative. Like people can come here, build a company, and then next thing you know, they're like a billionaire. It's like it could happen.
Yeah, I do like LA.
Yeah,
it's
LA
very
is
spread
good
out.
vibes.
It is very, very spread out, but I do like it. The traffic is, guess eventually you probably would get used to it. And I'm usually late. So.
Hey guys, I before we continue, I wanted to give you guys some quick news updates of stuff that have just been going on in the world, and we want to keep you guys informed. And we'll toss around the subject matter and dissect it. Maybe we can get a good conversation going out of it. I think this is very interesting. So that game Fortnite, have you ever played Fortnite, Paul?
No.
You've never played Fortnite? Paul, you're a gem. You're a diamond in the rough.
Fortnite is literally taking over the world right now.
It's taking over the world. Like everybody's playing Fortnite. If you're not playing Fortnite, you've never experienced life, because that's an experience you need to experience. I'm telling you, man.
I don't know. I wouldn't take it that far.
Hey, man,
that's
look,
like an addict's perspective.
That's the people who pay the bills is
I'm
like
like,
Epic Games.
if you never
Luigi,
tried crack-
I feel embarrassed now. Thank you.
I'm just kidding, guys. Man, you guys
Nah,
can't
you're
take
good.
a joke.
You're good.
No, it's
You're
okay.
good.
Can't take a joke
It's
over
okay.
here. I didn't realize I was reading, with a couple of.
No, it's all right.
I didn't even know what I was gonna
My
say.
friends joke with me all the time. They're like, Paul, you are so smart, but sometimes you really amaze me.
Anyways, the whole point of bringing this up wasn't to get. We all got distracted by different stuff.
Right.
The
right.
point
I
was
need
that
to do-
the guy Ninja makes $6 million a year streaming on Twitch. Isn't
Yeah.
that insane? All he does is play video games. $6 million.
That's
That's crazy.
insane.
I mean, there's
so
a
much
market. If there's a market for someone pooping in a cup, then
Yeah, and that's
You
the
know,
thing. Like,
It's very true.
even
People
with,
will
like,
put
the
money on anything.
Kylie Jenner,
Yeah.
or anything. I don't know why people hate. To me, it's you have to separate it. It's a brand, and then there's the person, and
Yeah.
the person has feelings, and the person is a human, but they are a brand.
yeah,
No,
They're a
everybody's
brand.
showing off a brand.
yeah.
And that's why people always tell
It's
you
what
stay on brand.
what you present.
Exactly, what do you present to people?
share.
That's why anytime I have an interview, I'm always like on top of it because I know you're just selling yourself. So you just, what do you guys want to get? Like, what do you need in this company, and how can I be? An
I'm
asset
for
to you?
sale.
I'm
for sale.
Like, what is it gonna take for me to get this job without having to touch you? Basically.
Well, the only reason people are obsessed with these folks is because they don't want to deal with their own life. I mean, you look at the world news, and what do you have? Nothing good to look forward to.
No.
I mean, speaking of world news, like, have you been hearing some of these crazy stories coming out recently?
Like what?
Okay, so something I read a little earlier today, and this is crazy because it's so far-fetched, but so true. So these two nuns were arrested in Colombia,
Okay.
the country.
Oh snap!
Um,
My bad.
that's a huge fail.
It was funny because I was the one that told you guys.
I
to
know,
turn it
right?
on
Yeah,
silent,
like,
and I
that's
was like,
hilarious.
yeah, no, that wasn't my bad.
Anyway, so these two nuns tortured 60 children
Oh my god!
by burning their skin, shoving their faces in toilets, and
What?
doing a whole bunch of other stuff to them.
Oh my god!
Like, just being super terrible to these kids. And
oh my goodness!
they actually arrested two nuns because the abuse was so bad that the neighbors started calling the orphanage the Hell House.
Oh my goodness!
That is so.
Run by nuns. It's
I'm
the
telling
Hell
you,
House.
people need to look inward into everything because there's problems everywhere.
That is so disturbing. This is
Right?
I have trouble with it.
If you can't be safe being taken care of by nuns, I don't know what can you do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's almost unsafe to do anything nowadays. Like if you try to do anything, for example, remember we talked about those film students, and you mentioned it in an earlier episode about how they were dissolved in acid.
Yeah, man.
And then today, the Mexican rapper QBA confessed to dissolving them for the cartel.
wow.
What?
Thanks, QBA.
That's crazy. And
Thanks.
and
That's so
it
crazy.
just shows you how much of an influence the cartel has on people. Like, what was so bad about these students and these film students? Like what made them so intense? And so I decided to dig a little deeper. And in 2017, Mexico had 25,000 murders. That's a lot.
I
a
mean,
lot.
yeah.
That's
But
a lot.
that's only documented murders.
Yeah.
There's so many murders that are still just missing.
That's what I'm
people.
saying. I'm like, I feel like there's way more people who are dying because
'Cause in the
3/4 of that 25,000 was
Yeah.
the organized crime.
It's so
well,
crazy.
I'm sure it's more than that.
Yeah, it's honestly mind blowing.
Well,
But I would just wanted to say the name responsible for all of this was the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, and I think I don't know what they want, but
What
what
do
are
they
you
want?
looking for? Maybe we can help you with that. Do you want to trade with the U.S.? We can be advocates for that. I don't know. What do you want, man? Like that's what I
Man,
always
but
wonder about.
See, this is the thing. You can't negotiate with terrorists.
Oh, they always say that, but the best way to talk is just to talk to people.
You can
what do
talk
you
to them,
want?
yeah. But if everyone knows
Just don't
that
sign anything.
if everyone knows that they can just do whatever they want and just get the attention of the government, and they'll get whatever they want, then everyone will start doing it. That's the whole premise behind don't negotiate with terrorists, because if you don't negotiate with one and they don't get their way, anyone else looking at the situation will say, well, we're not even going to try it.
Yeah, that makes sense. But they're still terrorists.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? We can't just say, well, weapons. We got to use our words.
Yeah. Well,
what the fuck do you need, man?
Look,
what are you looking for?
Speaking of using our words, at least we've kind of taken like a 180 on North Korea, and now we're seeing that if they abandon their nuclear pursuits,
dude, hopefully
they'll get aid from us.
Did you hear about this?
So
you don't
basically,
know nothing about North Korea, South Korea.
No,
Paul, you need to watch the news.
I know about that. It would I know about it, but it would distract me with my art and my poetry, and I choose to live somewhat in a bubble because
bubble boy.
I'm sorry. I know. Everybody makes fun of me and tells me, Paul, what are you doing?
Nobody's gonna make fun of Bubble Boy. No, I'm just kidding.
I know it's bad.
No, it's cool, man.
And I don't know. Sometimes I think that's
honestly,
when I'm dating,
you're
I'm
gonna
like,
live the longest out of all of us because you're not taking all the
people,
stress.
Yeah,
that's what they say.
And the stress is what kills you.
Because living in New York, do you know a couple of my friends, like when ISIS has come out with something, and I'll get a phone call or several text messages, and they're like, you should probably get out of the city, and they start like, I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, did you see the video that was sent? Did you see the one that was on YouTube? I go, I live here. Like,
they're telling you to get out of the city.
You're talking about the transportation. Like, I get on that every day. Like, I can't think about that. Like, you can take precaution, but you also can't live like in fear completely, because you're also
too many people live in fear. I feel
right.
Like fear drives so many people to never try anything. Nobody ever wants to try new things because they're like, 100%. I'm gonna fail. It's like, yeah, but that's how you grow. And then once you realize that growing is a big part of it, it's like, man, my parents were always just telling me that, and I never listened.
Right.
Tisk.
And talking about all of the sad things that are going on in the world, it's like I also think like, well, what can you do to like contribute and to save people?
Yeah,
and
definitely. And
so
what is that?
Following the Dreams exhibit, I get back to New York on the 16th, and then on the 18th in Morristown, New Jersey, I'm auctioning a full collection, the Salt collection.
Yeah,
it's very much inspired by the ocean. I'm a Cancer sign, and I love the ocean. I get so excited when I go there. I just smile, and I'm like, okay, I just want to like take in the sun, touch the sand, hear the ocean. I don't want to hear the radio. I don't really want to talk much. I want to laugh, but then I want to just like run in the water and
run in the water.
Yeah, I love running in the water. And just like the other day I did it with two of my friends, Charlene and Ian. and we went in the water. It was cold, but it was nice. It was just like so chill.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Sure. Oh wait, so do you want to know? So I am auctioning the Salt collection for it's the UHMLA. It's the what's the first Unidad hospital, the Latin American hospital unit, and it's to it's a mobile unit for different doctors and different medical equipment to be delivered to different people that have been affected and don't have any medical attention in Latin America.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
In Ecuador.
Are you going to do
Peru.
that? You're going
so
to
I'm
Mexico?
I'm auctioning 7 pieces, the Salt collection, on
nice.
May 18th in Morristown. And the funds are going to that organization.
Well, that's so awesome to hear. I'm so glad to hear that you're, giving back. Giving back is something that I think is very big in this world, and I almost can see that, and I feel like that can almost be brought back to how I feel. Like I love to give back to everybody. Like I know I didn't mean to make it about me. I'm sorry, but
You
I
have
just
a tendency to make it about you,
man, get out of here, Paul. Yeah, whatever. I'm just saying this
There's
because
no beers here. There is.
can't even get the quote out. Paul trying to diss me. Can't even. He's like, but the. I'm like, get out of here, Paul.
You got buffalo wings. You didn't say me any.
What?
I mean, come on.
Salty as
Come
smoke over here
on.
because he didn't get any wings.
Was I not supposed to bring that up?
No, it's not
Nah,
good.
it's cool. It's
Yo,
cool.
I wanted to
okay.
let everybody know, MoviePass is running out of money. So if you have MoviePass, use it. Use it every day. If you have,
I want to get that. Why was that
everyday
in the
pass.
news too?
It's
Well, you can't.
it's running
get it
out of
like
money.
we got it now.
yeah.
What do you mean it's running out of money?
It's just like they're losing a lot of money and they still haven't made any profit. So
Really?
eventually they're gonna lose all of their money, and they're headed that way.
Yeah, their
So,
burn rate is their
it's terrible.
burn rate is higher than their intake right now. So
Yeah.
Is it still $10 a month?
Yeah, it's $10
it
a
is,
month for a
but
movie.
it's
a day.
only four. It's only 4 movies, or did they make?
No,
did
I
no,
they
mean,
they
change
have
that?
back- they
you're
went back
saying
to-
only
They went back?
4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think I'll be going to 4 movies in a month. That would be nice, but
Well, that now it's
I
unlimited.
love
It's
going to
unlimited.
movies.
Well,
yeah, that's
kind
what I
of.
thought. It's unlimited for
It-
$10.
It
Yeah,
used
yeah,
to.
yeah.
It
That's
used to be you
insane.
can watch like.
I'm gonna bypass. I've
Yeah,
been
now
saying
you
it for a
can't-
minute.
You can't watch the same movie twice.
Yeah, you just can't move. So if you watch
So-
have you seen Avengers: Infinity War?
No, but I saw.
Oh man, dude, you gotta watch it.
No, you don't.
Should I see? No.
Watch it.
No.
We're gonna be
I
doing
loved Black Panther.
This
I
guy-
loved
this
that
guy.
movie.
If you love
Black
Black,
Panther's
Panther,
great.
you're
Yeah.
gonna hate Infinity War.
And I saw it was a mistake, but it was entertaining. Are you Ready Player One? It was
Ready
Steven
Player
Spielberg.
Ready Player One was great.
Yeah,
I
Ready
liked
Player
it.
Yeah,
One was
I
good.
was like
The ending could have
initially.
used an additional 5 minutes.
Oh, the ending
but-
could have used so much more.
Well,
You're a
and-
trillionaire. You rule the world. Don't
know,
just
right?
stay in a loft with one chick. Oh, I'm gonna kiss you. I love you. It's like,
Yeah,
go run the world.
There were a few parts that I was like, all right, come on, but
Yeah.
overall, it was an entertaining movie.
It wasn't entertaining. The CGI in that movie was way better than Infinity War. I will say that.
Way better.
Way
than
better.
Infinity
Like that
War.
CGI in Ready Player One was
Infinitely
kick ass.
Like the freaking movie scene
That
part
movie scene was tight.
with the Shining.
That was really cool. That whole
So
the
dope.
whole Oasis was
So
really dope.
Dope.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
cool.
I'm excited.
So dope.
Last thing of news that I have that I found was Kenan Thompson said he's not leaving SNL.
Duh.
He's
Why
making
would you?
so much money?
Yeah,
Why would
I was like, that's weird. I feel like
I don't know why
I
people
always-
ask him that. I'm like, he'll
Why?
retire
He
when
is-
he's good and ready.
Right.
Yeah.
He's
Nobody's
still funny.
Nobody's
He's a
pushing him
resident.
out.
He's such a good like veteran actor.
He's
for
the
that show.
ambassador of SNL right now.
Really though.
No
Really,
one
though.
has been there longer ever.
he's great.
And at this point, he's like second in command to Lorne Michaels.
Yeah, Lorne Michaels definitely. Well, I mean, who knows? It could be Kenan Thompson's not involved in anything. you
That's
know?
true. It
It
could.
could be like they just single him out, but he just get paychecks, so he's cool with it.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, who
But
cares?
but
You're
he's
getting
still on
paid.
camera. He's still on camera.
You're
He's still doing his thing.
Yeah. Look, this I guarantee he's making more than $1 million in a year,
Oh yeah,
which is more than most people.
Most people don't
so
make that much.
I mean,
everybody.
if
How
you can
much?
make $1 million in
Yeah.
a year just
my
to
goodness.
do work once a week, awesome.
That's nice.
and you only work for maybe I want to say like 20 weeks, 25 weeks, or something
20
like that.
or 25.
So half of
weeks.
your year is just nothing.
Half of your year is nothing. You're getting paid $1 million for half of a year.
That's freaking nuts.
Where in that half a year you work 1 day a week minus like your prep for that 1 day.
Yeah. No,
So-
I feel you.
You know, it's like there's nothing to complain about, and I would do that job until I'm 80 if I could.
Hey, can I ask you guys a question?
Sure.
The royal wedding is happening. Are you watching?
Absolutely not. But I have.
I
a
just wanted to make
personal-
sure, Willie. I just wanted to make
Probably
sure.
not going to be watching, but
I don't know why.
I mean,
why. It's
I
just
have
some
just
people
a-
are
getting
people going to be
married.
doing
Come
that?
on.
Okay, because
not
were
a
you
big
guys
deal.
around for Laguna Beach?
Huh?
Okay, because when I was in college, people like there were people that would get together in the dorm rooms and they'd be watching Laguna Beach.
Oh,
It was
man.
Laguna
Yeah,
Beach
man.
parties.
See,
I'm like,
yeah.
are there's royal wedding parties? I think.
No, there are.
There
definitely
are,
royal
but
wedding parties.
the
They
royal-
People
get
get
lit.
dressed up for
The royals are just figureheads.
It's a black
They're
tie
not-
fair,
They're
sir.
useless.
Are you on the guest? Are you on the guest list for the royal wedding party?
Excuse me, sir. Are you on the guest list?
What makes them royal?
Well-
They once participated in a 1992 Royal Rumble here on Raw. Undertaker versus
Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth. Oh my God! I was gonna say John Cena, but I like Queen Elizabeth better.
Yeah, come on.
Queen Elizabeth
She's
throwing
undefeated.
those elbows. Yo, she drives hard. She drives super intense.
I
Like
can
people
see
say,
that.
she's a fast driver.
Yeah, she's
which
crazed.
is crazy. I mean, how old is she now? She like
She's crazed. Didn't you see the picture of her like hanging out the Range Rover with like one
yeah,
arm
I did,
or something?
I did
like
see that.
Yeah.
She crazy. She crazy.
She crazy.
I fucks with it though. She's definitely modern.
I mean, she's a reptilian.
She's
so
been through a
she's
lot.
gonna live for another 100 years.
You think so?
Yeah.
It'll
of
be a
course.
sad day when she passes.
She ain't passing.
Nah.
She's like a tortoise.
Nah, she's going.
Who do you
strong.
think? Oh, this is a sad hypothetical.
God
but-
bless the queen, though.
Yeah, God bless the Queen.
We love her.
And God bless Betty
We'll have
White.
her on the show one day.
Yeah,
Oh, I love Betty White.
I love Betty White.
Oh shoot! I saw a
She's
picture of
great.
Betty White in 1963,
She looked
looking
great.
hot.
She's looking amazing.
cute.
I was
Young
like,
Betty White, old Betty
what?
White, all Betty White.
Yeah.
You hear me, Betty
All
White?
Betty,
I love you.
all day. every
Betty is
day.
awesome. I think her personality is great. She
Yeah.
keeps it real. She keeps it 100.
Yeah,
I like her
Um,
hair too.
So I fuck with it.
yeah, and she's not a vampire, so that's
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
nice, too.
That's the. I think that's the key to all this. As long as
Yeah.
you're not a vampire,
You're
we're
good.
chilling. You know. But
be blood sucking scum.
I wanted to wrap up our news by just saying be on the lookout, people. There's a lot of stuff happening right now in this world, and it's very easy for something to get lost, get not seen by the masses of people that are going to be suffering from it. When people try to hide propositions or amendments that people are trying to put up or bills, look into it, because that's the way government changes, and that's the way it affects your life. Like, all of this affects your life, and if you don't care about the news, then you might as well not care about living life, because everything that happens around you affects you in some way. That's all I want to say and wrap that up before we get started with Paul.
Yeah, I
Christopher.
completely agree with you. I mean, anytime I hear it, of course I go and I look it up, and because I already know that I'm going to hear about it 10 times. It's like the weather.
Right.
I don't watch the weather. I don't like to carry the umbrella, but it's because people are like, oh, you hear about that storm, you go, and then it's, you make sure you have food in the house. Did you do laundry? Because then you have to wait. Everybody's going to be doing their
Oh, my
laundry. It's like
goodness.
all the different things. You hear about it. Of course, I'm going to hear about the news, and then I'm going to look it up.
Yeah.
I just don't want to hear it in the background and let that fill my home.
No, you don't want to put those vibes out, and that's why it's so chill in our studio space, because
think
we
so.
keep the energy up all the way up.
I just want to say I'm always super peppy. I don't know. I just
I
thought that
like
would
that.
be funny, man.
It was
That was
alright, it was
good,
alright.
Luigi.
So,
yeah.
yo, Paul, do you have any?
Peppy.
Yeah, you gotta really.
AJ.
There you go. There you go.
I thought that was a horse. I was like,
Are we getting-
something's wrong with
I
your
like
horse,
it.
man.
you got diabetes. I'm sorry.
I could actually here check this one out.
Oh,
Could you
that
hear that?
does sound like a
Yeah,
horse.
yeah. I can
Doesn't
hear
that sound like a horse?
Yeah, yeah,
How
yeah.
easy is that, right?
Yeah. No, you lost it. He
Oh, you
tripped.
lost
He
it.
I
dead.
couldn't. I was.
All right, the
I'm
horse
trying to not
tripped.
hit
The horse
wires.
tripped, and now he's
The
dead.
horse tripped.
Paul Christopher, everybody.
Paul Christopher, everybody.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Paul, if you had to describe your vibe, what would you say is
I don't know
kind
why I
of?
thought you were gonna say your body. I was like, well, Luigi, you just took it in a different direction.
No,
than
no,
I
no.
expected.
That's
Come on.
Paul.
Hourglass.
What,
okay.
we're talking about vibes, man. We're talking about vibes. What kind of vibes do you think you give off to the world?
Well, inviting, warm, just good energy.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you think it's hard?
No,
do
I
that?
think it's so easy.
Ooh, I like that.
I think it is so
very
easy.
It is super easy.
I get so excited when I see somebody smile, and
Me
like
too.
it's like the same thing as like, popping up on somebody and scaring them. It's like, gotcha, but with a compliment. I see somebody in the subway and I'm like, I really like their hair, so I tell them, I'm like, oh, psst.
Me too.
I
love
like your hair.
I love complimenting people when they deserve it. Like if someone's rolling up to, if I'm taking the metro and there's a girl that rolls up and she's got great hair, I'll tell her, I'm like, your hair looks bomb. Or sometimes just
Of
for fun, I'll
course.
tell them, your hairdresser did a great job.
Yeah, as
Your
long as you don't tell her in a
hairstylist,
creepy way.
No, as long as you don't say it in a creepy way.
It
I
is
usually
not-
do it lighthearted because then they think, oh, you must think I'm a celebrity. But I'm like, I know you're not a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to make you feel better. Like feel good. Like,
It's so funny.
trying to put a smile on your face.
Sorry, that's my thought.
No. Paul got lost there for a second. I saw him get dazed.
Well, I
Eyes
didn't
went
lose-
cross-eyed. Blue.
I'll be honest, I didn't lose my thought, but you guys know, like, I go off in these tangents, and then sometimes it's like, all right, Paul, I think I had to be there. It's probably really funny, but I just wish I was there. And then I just say, well, why didn't you tell me to just shut up?
Yeah.
It was one of those. It was
Yeah.
like, I was just going to keep on rambling, but you guys weren't going to get it. So that's why I said it's just easier to be
just
quiet
pump
now.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to pump the brakes because if nobody's listening to what you're saying, save it.
Yeah,
You
no,
don't-
I just.
Do you think Beyonce's singing for a crowd of nobody? Of course, because she loves herself.
Right. Oh, I love myself. I tell everybody, and
It's all right.
I go, you should love yourself. When, I'm like, hold yourself on a throne. You should.
You should. Yo, Paul, what are your recommendations, just in like life? And like, is there anything that you've been into recently, or you just been like you just swear by it, and you'll shout it from the mountaintops?
I like that question.
Wait. I started to think. Say the
You're all right,
question
Paul.
again.
You're all right, man.
I am okay. I'm sorry.
Paul, it's all right, man. Everybody gets a little.
I was still thinking about something else.
if you get lost in thought,
Yeah.
it's very hard to listen to anything else.
Yeah,
You just don't forget you're on a podcast, so it's a little rude. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you. You're all good, man.
I started to get really serious. I was like, what's he gonna say?
No. I promise.
No,
You're
no,
good.
no,
Repeat
don't.
that question.
I know.
You have- you got my attention.
I tend to make people tense up a little bit.
Well, you're very tall.
Yeah, large black man. I was just standing in Starbucks, man. Too soon. But
Too
anyways, hey man, you gotta laugh to keep from crying. Anyways,
You asked me
hey.
a question. I'm sorry. I brought it back now.
no.
Go ahead. What's your question?
The question was just simply what you been up to, like what razzes your berries, what is something that you have to recommend for everyone to try.
Before
Or
you say
do.
anything, Paul, what
What
rises
rises
your
your
berry?
berries? I was like,
I
what do you
like
mean
it.
by that, sir?
so crazy. I dig it.
I mean,
totally
we
dig
could
it.
take that in a couple different
Paul.
directions. It's like, well, knock
Paul,
it up.
He's talking about his
Behave
body. You're talking about
yourself.
razzing his berries.
Well,
Yeah.
you're talking about Puck. Would you like to describe your body?
I said
and then,
vibes.
and now you're saying
this guy started. He's. I
how
love the
do you
fact that he starts
raise
to
your
sound like John
berries?
Mulaney. He's like
Well-
your body.
your body and your berries.
John
This is
Mulaney.
Body and Berries with Paul Christopher.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god, Paul, you crack me up.
Well,
What?
we're the
Actually, that is so
podcast
funny,
of
'cause-
double entendre. So
Yeah,
it's,
Wait,
you know.
can I tell you guys a funny story?
Yeah, go for
Yes.
it. What's
Okay,
up?
so one of my best friends, Jordan, she is so amazing. You met Jordan.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys met Jordan. She was
Yeah.
here the last time. I love her. She's like, we're like each other's sidekicks. But she tells me sometimes, Paul, you have a way about you with your words.
I like that.
And she goes, it's almost like a TV show. Manners and berries. Manners and berries with Paul. So it's like
weird.
Body and Berries with Paul. That's what I was just
What?
thinking.
Like, you're saying it's very
you go.
similar to what it
Very
was?
similar, right?
Yeah, I get that. No, I see what you're saying. You were trying to get on a I can't even say the
Oh.
word. Man. Philosophical.
There
I
you
can
go.
say that word.
It's one of those words that you can't say when you have been sitting here enjoying yourself and talking. Your mouth starts to get dry.
No, but
for
I'll
sure.
answer your question now.
He just wanted to know
Back
what
to
would
my
you
berries.
recommend? What would you recommend as far as anything based on the
What
experiences
do I
in your life? What do you
recommend?
recommend?
Well, I would recommend, starting out with an HA. At some point in your day, it's like, as ridiculous as that sounds, it is just so nice.
Let's do an
that
HA
in
right now. Let's do
Right.
an HA right now. Ready?
Deep breath in and out. And maybe it's an HM this time.
I got it that time. Damn, that was good.
Yep. I'm about
like
to
an
flutter the
extended
lips. Can we
one.
try that one?
Yeah.
You started
Right.
getting a little psychopathic there, but I
And-
enjoyed it. It was very nice. It was very soothing.
Yeah,
It was-
and I'm
it's
telling
weird.
you,
Wild
I'm telling
horses
you,
on the loose.
You do that, and it's like it's something so simple. And if it makes you laugh, like by yourself, like it made you laugh. Maybe that's the only time you laugh today. You don't know what the day holds, but
Yeah.
like laugh.
I think
Think that you're ridiculous. Sometimes I twirl. I just in circles.
you do anything that'll keep your spirits up.
Right, exactly.
I like
but
that.
it's like keep your spirits up, and we have so many things throughout the day that happen. It's like to process it all is challenging, and
Oh my
to
goodness.
always be reminded of there are so many angles to take this in, and try to have a positive spin on it.
Yeah, I always
And-
tell people in any situation there are endless possibilities. And
Yeah.
out of all of those possibilities, there's something good that's going to come out of this, you know?
With every day,
Okay,
and
Rick.
honestly, I
Rick?
say
Oh, from Walking Dead?
There's endless possibilities, Morty.
Endless possibilities. Ah, man, I can't do it right now. Speaking of Rick and Morty, though, 70 more episodes coming out.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that's good. Damn it, I can't do it right now. I gotta get some water in me, but I can do both of those characters. Really
Well, that's pretty badass because I think 70 more episodes of Rick and Morty is just what the doctor recommended.
I think that's a great thing. They're
Although it's going to be spread over like 10 years.
probably.
the way they release episodes, mad
Have
slow.
you ever watched Rick and Morty, Chris? Okay.
I paint. I know you guys think I'm weird. I just
No, we don't.
in my free time I do a couple.
That's
like,
presumptuous.
I do.
For those of you who didn't know, he kind of just stared at us because it kind of got quiet and people were gonna be like, "What happened?"
I know,
He
I'm
was just kind of
sorry.
like dazed. He was like, "I don't know what that is. You should watch it. We'll watch one.
It's not that I don't like them when I watch them, but I have really really bad ADD.
Oh, I feel you.
So
Yeah,
for me,
yeah.
like when I'm and I paint in my
What
my
would you
apartment.
say-
I have an alcove studio on the Upper West Side.
I love that.
It's right next to Central Park. It's so great,
Ooh.
and I get so much sunlight.
Well, we're gonna come visit you, Paul.
I know.
Oh,
Right?
I know you are, and I love your guys' place. And
Yeah.
the studio is great, but I don't know where was I going with that.
You were gonna tell us how much you hated our show. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. What
I was
What-
talking about.
you
were
went?
talking
where,
of-
no,
yeah,
it's
you were talking about your
painting.
place.
Yeah.
So it's like if
yeah.
I'm sitting there and I put on the TV and there's painting in my direction, my peripheral, my mind starts, as much as it might be glued to the TV in that moment, my mind is also subconsciously going about that painting.
Oh, I do
So,
the same thing. But
All of a sudden I'll be like,
that's just because I'm curious.
I need to add this color into that painting. And I get a vision, and then I get up and I start mixing pigments.
I want to paint now.
And I start painting on top of the piece, and then I'm like, all right, I'll just do it for a few minutes, and then I'll go back and watch the show, but I don't. I get so attached to the painting, and I'll end up painting till like 3, 4, 5 in the morning. I'm like, oh shit, I should probably sleep. I have a meeting in a couple hours.
Yeah.
And then people are like, do you ever sleep? That's why my answer is always like, well, I think, enough at least.
More or less.
Just enough. Really, just enough.
Yeah.
But no, I would say get enough sleep. I wish that I was always more disciplined, but, and I think an important thing, and sometimes people have misperceived it and said it's selfish. I don't. My brother said it to me recently. We were with a couple of people, but it was like, do what's important to you, like for you and to you, and don't get pulled in so many directions, because
a lot of people will try to pull you into their lives,
right,
and involve you, so that when you try to detach, you can't, because those people are literally
100%.
gripping you and saying,
literally,
don't leave, and you're
Well,
like, oh, get away, nasty.
It's like, I'm a very emotional person. Sometimes my friends are going through something and they open up to me. I'm there for them, but I get very emotional. I get very attached.
Right.
I'm like, now that's like, I think sometimes I've gotten more attached than them. I'm like, oh shit, like I need to.
It's hard to detach as well.
Yeah,
But
completely.
once you're able to control it, I was very similar. But once you start to realize that people come and go, and the good ones stay, and the good ones you actually keep a connection with, you realize that you place the value on people. You decide who is more important to you, and who you're going to give your attention to. So it's a personal decision. I always tell people, if you don't take a call or a message from someone because you don't want to, then you just don't want to give that person your time. You should just block them because you don't want to talk to them.
Well, yeah, and I mean, there's plenty of people that I have blocked.
How many people do you think you've blocked throughout your whole?
Do you want to see the list?
I know. I'm just curious to know. Estimate. How much do you think?
Oh God.
How many people have you blocked in your lifetime?
I don't know. I don't know that I'm over 100, but I am high.
Really?
I'm a lot higher, because for me, it's like, it's not about necessarily feeling like I'm gonna get stalked, though I have been stalked, by a few different people.
Have you really?
Yeah, I have been through some shit. But it's like, anytime, of course, I can get you down, but it's like, is it a mistake? Is it a regret? Is it something to like beat you down? Or is it like, okay, that shit was tough, but that's a life lesson, and get up. Like, there have been so many things that beat you down. And even like this week, like every week, there's always challenges. And it's like, you have to let it get you down. It's okay to let it get you down.
What was the most challenging part of your week?
Besides the sleep, because that's always challenging. I think logistics is definitely challenging when you're traveling and you're coordinating like a couple different things, because I'm also going to be in Southampton opening May 24th.
So you're busy, man.
I'm very busy, fortunately, not to complain at all. I am so excited, and this is like so many of my dreams coming true right now.
That's awesome.
But it's so amazing.
How many years have you been working at this?
My whole life, really.
Damn.
But I incorporated myself when I was 24. I'm 30 years old. And I had a vision, I had a passion, and it's kind of about that, because I had a lot of people tell me at the time, like, well, you need to have a business plan, you need to have, capital, you need to have a mission statement, you need to have this. And I just kind of stepped back and digested everything and looked at them and said to myself, I'm like, well, I guess I just need to not discuss it with you.
Yeah,
it's really what you're
definitely.
telling me. It's like, I'm not gonna not do that, and I also don't have to answer it all to you, nor do I have to answer it to myself right now. I have a passion, and I didn't fully understand it. They were right with like a lot of things, but there's a way of going about it, and don't be very cautious when you're giving advice. When a lot of people talk to me, I just like, I sit there and they're like, are you listening to what I'm saying? And I go, of course I'm listening. But did you just need to vent, or did you actually want to make this into a conversation? You want some feedback. Right. And if you want feedback, then I really give it. But sometimes it's just like about no, and people laugh,
No,
but sometimes
It's true
it's like,
though. Like
and I'm a vault. I am a vault. It's like,
well,
whatever you tell me,
Paul, Paul, let's open up the vault, man. Let's clear the haze.
all right, well,
Let's open up the vault. Tell
we
us
can
what's
open the
going
vaults
on.
about me, but not about anybody else.
That's fine. I don't want to know about
And
anybody
be
else. I want to know about
appropriate,
Paul
BG.
Christopher because he's sitting right here in front of me.
How are you?
What do you want to tell us, Paul? What is it what if you could share one thing to the world? They gave you 1 minute, and you could talk about one thing. What would it be?
just one.
Just one. That is, I mean,
It's very tough.
But you have a whole minute.
You have a whole minute.
I mean, I have no time to think about that before my minute.
No,
You guys didn't even prep me.
that's the point.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm just asking you for what it would be.
Well, I guess it's about have your own interpretation, have your own perspective, and so even like with me not watching the news, it's not about being ignorant or uninterested. It's about trying to find my journey, trying to find my understanding of life, and accepting who I am and exploring who I am because it's fun. And making my own experiences and my memories and stuff because things, can end at any point and you want to feel fulfilled because it's not other people that are feeling fulfilled for you. It's great. You want to impress other people, but at the end of it, do you really feel better when you feel like you're putting a smile on somebody's else's face because they're quote unquote proud of you? It's like be proud of yourself.
Yeah, I
Right,
think
right.
I definitely agree with what you're saying as far as being proud of the things you do in life.
Yeah,
Sometimes you
and
don't always have
acknowledge-
to sit there and say, man, that I really screwed up there. It's like, hey, show yourself a little praise. It's like you're doing all right. You've got some stuff you got to work on, but for the most part, you kind of got it together.
Yeah, and I am a very harsh critic of myself, and that is okay. That's good sometimes, like to keep things in motion. But it's also, maybe a couple of weeks ago, I just started like laughing and smiling in my kitchen, and I just felt really happy and I felt successful. And I had a meeting recently, and part of the reason why. There's a lot of reasons why I decided to not come into the public sphere with the art world for so many years of my life. But in a meeting recently, it was when will I feel successful as an artist? And, I was very honest. I said, well, to make my long answer short, it was pretty much, well, I feel successful now. And she said that to me. She said, do you feel successful in this moment? I said, yeah. I said, of course I do. Do I think I've plateaued at my success? Absolutely not. I'm just
So you don't think you've peaked
scratching.
yet?
Not at all. I'm just scratching the surface.
I think the whole process of someone saying, "Oh, you peaked," is just spite. You want to make that person feel bad because you peak whenever you don't take that whole out.
When do you know that you've peaked?
You never peak.
You never know.
I'll peak when I'm on my
it's-
deathbed at 100 and I'm saying, "Peace out, world. I'm gonna go see Jesus."
Right, but I think it's important to recognize and acknowledge, thus far, I am very proud of my accomplishments and my successes and the things that I have, that I'm looking forward to for the rest of this year.
Are you gonna run for office?
Well, there are things that I just can't say, so.
This guy, oh my god! So a shroud of mystery.
Luigi, there may
Paul
be a reason
Christopher.
why I don't talk about current events. Okay, let's just say that.
Paul's involved with the mafia, the mob. What you doing in New York with the mob?
Well, his last name is Conticelli.
Ooh,
It is.
That's very
Italian.
mobbian.
It's very Italian. I'm Italian, so I know.
You're in the mob. Just tell us.
Oh, we don't say that.
Imagine just going up to someone.
Clean
"Are
your
you in the
mouth
mob?"
out with soap, okay?
No, definitely.
I mean, we'll just
I
take
am
that
very
as a yes.
Italian. Thank you. I am so proud. Extremely proud. Actually, from here, my schedule is nuts. So from LA, this weekend I have is today Friday?
Mm-hmm.
It is Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday night.
Tomorrow I have the New Filmmakers Academy Award Show Los Angeles. It's a lot of
hold on.
words.
Paul, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just got a headline. Your pleas have been heard. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is coming back for a 6th season on NBC after Fox canceled it. Boom! Nine-Nine!
Wow.
I'm sorry, that was rude because
It just happened. That is happening right now.
okay,
Right, it
for
just- I just
everybody
got it.
that's important to.
It's
you're right.
important to me because I love
You're right.
Andy
And we're
Samberg
catering-
and Amy Santiago.
Okay, so
We're
let's
catering to everybody on this podcast.
that was nice, but that was rude. Let's
Thank
continue.
you. It was rude.
Well, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so
Matters and berries
yes.
with Paul.
matters,
Cut the
matters
shit,
and berries.
Luigi.
Hey man, I've been cutting shit my whole life. I'm ready to get classy.
Yeah, all right.
So yeah, no. Tomorrow is gonna be it's a capsule of the Dreams exhibit that we just had in Los Angeles for the New Filmmakers Academy Award Show Los Angeles, and it's one of my pieces. Jupiter was selected. Jupiter is great. So actually, I don't know if I told you guys. I write poetry also, and the poetry comes to me as I'm creating. And I don't really know what what the words mean, but they come to me as I'm painting, and I just write them down, and then I continue painting, and I write some more as I feel it, and then I make sense of it all afterwards. And this collection, also Complexities, is expressing myself through the many layers and many depths of my soul. So it's several different paintings. They're each individual pieces. It resembles tiles, and then I put the composition together. I share one verse of the poem with the public, and then whoever buys the piece, I give the full poem to. So for the piece that was selected for the show tomorrow, at the capsule of the Dreams exhibit, Jupiter, it is the mystery that's been illuminated, the surprise that's kept secret. And I feel like that is such a perfect piece
That is
for me because
really
it's
interesting.
like, well, I have been on a world tour since October of 2017.
Wow, a world tour
Yep.
and with no instruments, just art.
Art, yes.
So unique. I love
Art
it.
and poetry. That was actually, I said that to a few people. I said, I would love to go on a tour of my art.
I would love to go to Italy again.
Several
I love
people
Italy.
told me, yeah, like that sounds really cool, but who does that? I said, well, I want to do it.
Yeah, man.
And now I'm doing it.
You're
I've been
doing
doing
it.
it since October.
People don't
Tight.
believe that they can do it until they do it.
No, it
Yeah.
was great. I went from Brussels to Belgium, and then Miami for Art Basel in December, and then January I started with West Palm Beach, and then I was asked to do Wynwood in February, but I didn't do that. I think that's also important. Sometimes you can say no. That is something I am still adjusting to. But I didn't do February. I don't want to push my body. And then March, I did a solo show in New York. I was supposed to go to Boca in Florida, but I did a solo show in New York. That
As
was
in
awesome.
Boca Raton?
Boca Raton, Florida,
Ooh,
yeah.
shouts out to Boca Raton.
Boca return.
I will
Raton.
I will
Return?
be returning.
Returned.
Return.
That sounds tight. I want to go there.
And then LA was April 6th to May 6th, and then I have the film show tomorrow, and May 18th I have the charity auction with the Saw collection, and then May 24th I'll be at Orea restaurant in Southampton, and then it opens to the public on the 25th, and it will be there for the entire summer through Labor Day. And then there are a few other things that are not confirmed yet, but potentially happening this summer and this fall and this winter through 2019. So
Damn.
You're a busy person.
really
you got
exciting.
it all planned out, man.
yeah,
I know, right?
I'm more of the guy that just kind of takes it every day at a time. But I realize that the future's gonna be big. So
Future's huge.
the bigger the future, the bigger the dreams, the bigger the man. You know, that's what they say. I don't know. I just made that up. Who knows if they say that anywhere? I'm sorry.
Someone said it.
Someone said it. I just did.
There you go.
Paul, before we begin to wrap this up, do you have anything you want to say? You know, anything that's been laying in your heart? You know, maybe like a call to people or, you know, some advice you'd like to share with people who might be coming up as young artists themselves who may be struggling in this world, or even, you know, maybe some of the personal struggles you've had, if you want to speak on those.
Yeah, please expound. We have this last 2 minutes is dedicated to you. This is Paul's Corner.
This is Paul's Corner. Take it away.
Manners and Berries of Pa. So
He really likes that title, man. I'm still not hearing it. I'm just like, I don't know what you're saying, Paul, but I'm gonna keep going with it.
Body and Berries of Pa.
Body and
Body
berries.
and
Okay,
berries.
body and berries. You kept mumbling it, so I was like, what
I
are you
know,
saying?
I mumble
Body
sometimes.
and berries with Paul.
Body
Let's
and
stick with
berries.
Paul's Corner.
Yeah, Paul's Corner. Well, so I've been an artist my whole life. I also had like the business sense of me. You know, my parents tell me I was, I think, 8 years old, walking around with business cards, and I would be handing them out and trying to take orders when I had my jewelry business or wreath making business or ceramic making business. Then I was painting canvases. And I was making, I was just always making.
So you're always making.
And,
but
and it's that was a passion of mine, and I just never abandoned it, and it didn't matter. And I explored other avenues, and it's, you don't need somebody else to validate. I've had galleries. I'm not here to talk, you know, shit talk on other galleries, or that's not my style. But I've had different galleries interested in me, and there's a lot of ugliness and a lot of dirtiness in art and in creativity, and it's in all parts of the world and all different industries, but you have to, again, try and steer clear of that and not get too attached to it, and keep just doing you know, and believing yourself, and if you believe in yourself and you hold your head held high, you know, you start to just see the world in a different light. And that's, you know, I live in my bubble. I live in my world. It's like, you don't have to be a quote unquote celebrity on TV to be a celebrity. I feel like a celebrity in my world because I walk in Whole Foods and they know me. I walk into, you know, Birch Coffee and they know me. I walk into Dwayne Reed and they know me, you know, because I say hello, I acknowledge them, and I talk to them. And they talk to me, you know. I love, and the people around me, the surroundings, you know, nature, and I don't really listen to music anymore so much when I'm outside because I want to actually just hear people talking and conversation, or hear the birds, you know, just
engage.
just be engaged.
I like that.
Exactly.
You just
For
want to
sure.
be involved in the world. So
Yeah.
It's very awesome.
And-
I like the way you put that, and I like the way you speak on the fact that believing in yourself is such a big part. We're very big on that here at Clear the Haze. As most of you know, you guys have heard us talk about it a lot.
Clear the haze. I'm sorry. Just for me, clearing the haze is not just for me. It hasn't been. It's not just now, but for like the last like 6 years when I've really tried to get my mind focused and my business up and running, it was, you know, let me clear the haze in my life. And I just got on Facebook in October. Part of clearing the haze was getting the fuck off of social media. And everybody, you know, was like, oh, you need to get on, come on. I don't need to get on. I survived. You know,
You're
I
doing
am
fine.
very happy.
You're
I'm
doing
doing
fine.
okay. I don't follow many people on Instagram or Facebook. It's like, and if I do, I'm not so attached to it. I tell people it's part of a brand. Like, you know, don't be offended because I'm not following you. It's, you know, I'm not looking at it, and I look when I have the time, and I will get so engaged, but it's, you know, I'm so supportive, and I want to. For me, it's not supportive to be on social media. It's supportive when you physically are there. And
like, I would much rather have someone
any of my
there.
artist friends. I try to always like go see them performing. You know, it doesn't matter that it's not. You know, it's just a dive bar.
Yeah.
You know, well, where do you think some of these artists that you're seeing on the TV, where did they start out?
Right.
So why not go there to support a friend? You know, you don't have to make it so deep, but showing love and support that way, for me, that's more authentic.
So long story short, if you're willing to drive and support your big favorite artists, go support your friends.
Yeah, I think supporting friends is a big part of
humble beginnings.
Humble beginnings.
It's important.
Supporting yourself and supporting friends, and you know, just being genuine.
Yeah,
be genuine. You know, it is so not that
genuine.
difficult to be nice. Yeah. It's really not. Or to make friends. I'm like, I make friends all the time. You know.
Yeah.
Just be happy.
Just be
smile
happy. Don't worry.
And there's always a way to smile and to remind yourself something to smile about, or to remind something for somebody else so that they can smile.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap it up, but we appreciate Paul for being with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you for having me.
Yeah.
Paul.
Hey, Jay. I have a nasally voice too, so it sounds great. It works. It works great with
it
the
works
high.
great. And the yoga has been very, very much appreciated.
It's been kind.
We look forward to following your journey. Where can people find you, Paul?
You can follow me on Instagram, or you can go on Facebook. And I'm sorry, I do check it. It's just, if I haven't
you
checked
don't gotta
it,
explain yourself to the haters. Get out of here.
Screw the haters.
Man, don't even worry about it. You're spending too much time worrying about your haters. Don't
Screw
even sweat it, man. You're good. So go follow Paul Christopher. We're going to link his Instagram on the bio so that you guys should be able to just go click and go see him so it's easier. Check us out on iTunes and Podbean. Soon we're going to be on Spotify and on the Play Store. So you might just be listening to this on there at like iTunes. Same thing will happen.
Same thing.
We hope we're going to be getting some interviews, other interviews really soon. Willie's going to be gone in Canada for a little bit, but
I'm going to be out.
We're going
to pump some stuff out for you in the meantime.
Yeah.
So don't you worry.
So you guys will have a nice binge to watch while we wait. Once again, this has been Clear the Haze. Thank you so much to Paul.
Thank you, guys.
Willie.
Yeah.
We out of here.
We gone. Peace.